What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to talk about this tweet that came out today from Tad Dickman. I'll give you guys who are immature just a moment to giggle at his name. With that said, always a fun morning at the annual meetings as Coach Marone goes through the circuit. It started with EA Madden NFL as Marone recorded some voiceovers for a new feature coming this year. Should be pretty cool. EA is always raising the bar to make the game more realistic. I personally would argue that last point, but that's up to Mr. Dickman if he feels that way. Secondarily, I think this is a tweet that EA didn't approve. As a matter of fact, I think EA would probably want this tweet retracted, because this is the kind of tweet that will come back and kind of haunt Madden 20. I say that because when we see the term new feature, it implies new, meaning something we haven't seen before, and feature, something that's going to be used to sell or promote, make us want the game this year. And this has really been an area where Madden has struggled. Because the majority of things that EA puts in the game are actually put back into the game. Now, I will say the exception to this would be Longshot, but I don't know that Longshot was actually done in the best fashion. Longshot actually didn't meet the initial standard at which EA proclaimed it to be. Longshot was essentially a playable movie within a video game. Innovative concept. I don't know many games that have done that, but the reason many games haven't done that is because it's a poor concept, to be quite honest with you, to put the user in a position where they select predetermined clips in the sequence that they play with very little gameplay to back that up or immerse the user or create unique or individual experiences for each gamer. That's not something a lot of people sought interest in the first year it came out or continue to stay interested in the second year. Now, the question would be, what is this for? You know, a lot of people have speculated a My Player mode is coming back to Madden. I say that because right there, coming back to Madden. We've had these things before. I will say it's interesting, and I would hope that someone could find. There was a segment in an ESPN the magazine years and years ago. I remember reading it. They were talking about how realistic Madden was. And in that, they were making the claim that the realism of the game was because quarterbacks, NFL quarterbacks, recorded their voices that were then played through the Audible system. The interesting thing is, we all know, players of this game, that that system is still in place, and in fact, it hasn't really been updated because we can still hear Peyton Manning's audibles periodically from time to time as you change the play at the line of scrimmage. So it's odd to me that they would start that same process over again with getting coaches to record things when we know the shelf life of these coaches is not forever, and creating audio here, that is not always going to be prevalent to the game. And we hear this all the time, and we know through the commentary segments that we've complained about, these things cause problems. And personally, just from me to you, I would say that for a game that prides itself on being the flagship title of EA Sports, I have a true concern when EA Sports is going out to the annual meetings and trying to capture this audio with what may be a $2,000 Rode mic and a $5,000 laptop. But I'm sorry, I expect a higher level of professionalism here. Fly a coach in. You fly game changers in. Fly a coach in. Fly a coach over. Get them in a controlled environment. Get real recording audio studios, developers, engineers to give you the best quality product you have. Not where a player is sitting in a polo having Mr. Dickman, who runs the team's PR, taking a picture of him in the background and having him read off a sheet. I'm sorry. That's not setting yourself up for success. And really speaks to me about the lack of care that can go into this game at sometimes. And we're only left to connect those dots. A lot of us feel like it's not a quality product. We take an image like this, and sure, to some of you, maybe we overprocess it. But I'm sorry, when you have to connect the dots of how this game gets so bad, there's only so many things you can look at and say, oh, well, that's the best place to be doing this. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. I'll be back in the week with more commentary.